Thank you, my subscribers. I want to appreciate you people. I love you guys. You are the reason why you are the fuel that makes me continue with this YouTube channel. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys very well. Now, I want to explain on how to be able to solve this particular problem. Now, solving this particular problem, you can see it looks somehow. If you look at it, working it as in solving it using the mathematical as in the primary mathematics you know so well, you might not be able to solve this particular problem. Although it, it looks difficult, but it's simple knowing some other things. So now, on this note, I want to introduce what we call the Lambert function. Now, the Lambert function is what we're going to use to solve this particular problem. So, what I'm saying is the Lambert W function is what we're going to be using. So now the Lambert W function, what it states is that if you have, say, W A E raised to power A, that is E to the power A is equal to A. So now we are going to make this expression look this way. So that is what we, so now if we are going to be rearranging this equation, we're going to make it look this way, so that when we apply our Lambert W function, it will simplify the things further. So now let's begin. Now the question they gave us was 2 to power x plus x is equal to 11. Now moving plus x to this other side, you have 2x is equal to 11 minus x. Now I can rearrange this to mean 11 minus x is equal to 2x. You know, there is an imaginary plus here. I can now bring x forward. I can say minus x plus 11 is equal to 2x. It's just the same thing because there is an imaginary plus here. So now you have minus x plus 11 is equal to 2 to power x. Now, having done this, now I now needed to divide all through. I divide both sides by 2 to power x. So if I divide both sides by 2 to the power x, I'll have 2 to the power x divided by, we divide this by 2 to the power x, also dividing 2 to the power x by 2 to the power x. Now, if we do that, you have minus x plus 11 divided by 2 to the power x equal to, this will cancel out, you have 1. Now, having done that, now you can now say, now take this one. You know, this is just like the same expression where you say 2, let me erase here, there's no space here, let me just go, let me go over to this side and continue. Now, let me have the communication. Now, this expression is the same thing as saying minus x plus 11 divided by 1 times 1 all over 2x, 2 to the power x equal to 1. Now, now according to the law of indices, if you have 1 all over 2 to the power x is the same thing as 2 to the power minus x, according to the law of indices. Now, if I want to explain this further, 1 is the same thing as 2, that is 1 is the same thing as 2 to the power 0, because anything raised to power 0 is 1, all over 2 to the power x. So now, according to the law of indices, where you say 2, if you're dividing two values, you now subtract the sum, you now do, you subtract the power. So now you say 0 minus x. This is the same thing as 2 to the power minus x. So that is how we got, so this expression now amount, let me erase this. Now this expression will now be minus x plus 11 times 2 to the power minus x is equal to 1. Now I needed to make this here is minus x. I need to make this one the same as this. For me to make it the same as this, I needed to add plus 11 here. So now for me to add plus 11 here, so now if I add plus 11 here, plus 11 is just like applying the law of indices, where you say 2 to the power a plus b is same thing as 2 to the power a times 2 to the power b. Now applying this law of logarithm, now adding plus 1 here means multiplying both sides, adding plus 11 here means multiplying both sides by 2 to the power 11. So now that is what we're going to do. We'll now say minus x plus 11 times 2 to the power minus x times 2 to the power 11 equal to 1 times 2 to the power 11. Now it will now be minus x plus 11 times 2 to the power minus x plus 11 equal to 2 to the power 11. So now I've just added the powers. So now I've made this equal to this. That is what I want to do. That is what I want to achieve. Now, there is law of logarithm, where if you have log a base b, say equal to y. Now this log a base b, logarithm is exponential. Now this is the log of a, and it is an exponential, so to this base. So now it will be base, that is b exponential y equal to a. Now when you look at this log a base b is y, so we now substitute it in this y, so that there will be nothing like y, all it will be expressed in terms of a and b. So you now have b to the power log a base b is equal to a. You see, so now if you now say, if you change this b to e, log a base e, which is equal to a, so you now know that natural log is base e. So now you can now write this to be e natural log a is equal to a. So that is what we're going to use to rewrite these two here. So now we're going to have minus x plus 11 times e to the power natural log a, all to the power minus x plus 11 plus 11 is equal to 2 to the power 11. Now, okay, sorry, this is I write this so that, sorry, here supposed to be, this is supposed to be 2, because I want to rewrite this 2 as e to the power log natural log 2, which will give you 2 from based on this expression here. So now we now have, let's go to the next. We now have minus x plus 11 times natural e to the power natural log 2 times minus x plus 11 equal to 2 to the power 11. Now, according to Lambert W formula, where you have W equal to A times e to the power A is equal to A. Now, if you look at this is E now. This value here is not the same as this. So for us to make it the same, we multiply both sides of this equation by this expression. That is natural log 2. So we now multiply both sides by natural log 2. If we multiply both sides by natural log 2, we now have minus x plus 11 times natural log 2, times natural log 2 times e to the power minus x plus 11 times natural log 2 equal to 2 to the power 11 times natural log 2. Now, having done this, if we now apply the Lambert function, you now have W, sorry, let me use this. So you now have W now minus x plus 11 times Lambert 2, natural log 2 times e to the power minus x plus 11 natural log 2 times natural log 2. So now equal to 2 to the power 11 times natural log 2. Now, this will now give us, this is like A here and A here. So that means the whole of this will now be minus x plus 11 dot times natural log 2 equal to 2. Sorry, if I put this Lambert, there is Lambert log W is supposed to also be here. So here will be Lambert W 2 to the power L times natural log 2. Now, having done this, we'll now say minus x plus 11 times natural log 2 is equal to W 2 to the power 11 times natural log 2. So with this expression, what I will now do, dividing both sides by natural log 2, you now have minus x plus 11 natural log 2 divided by natural log 2 is equal to w 2 to the power 11 times natural log 2 divided by natural log 2. So this cancels this. You have minus x plus 11 equal to w Lambert W 2 to the power 11 times natural log 2 all over natural log 2. Now, if you multiply all through by minus 1, if you multiply all through by minus 1, you have minus 1, minus 1 say minus 1 times minus 11 plus 11 minus 1 times w 2 to the power 11 times natural log 2 divided by natural log 2. Now you have this minus 1 times, so that this the whole of this, the left hand side will now be minus times this. You have x minus 11 equal to minus lambda w 2 to the power 11 times log 2 all divided by lambda 2. Now if you now move this 11 to this other side, you now have x is equal to 11 minus lambda w 2 to the power 11 times log 2 natural log 2 divided by natural log 2. Now this expression can be further reduced. Now let's look at this expression here. Now lambda 2 to the power 11 times natural log 2 divided by natural log 2. So this, if I express this, I can further express. Okay, let me just leave it like this. Let me leave it. This is the value for x. This is value for x. Now let's impute this into the lambda calculator. If you input that into the lambda calculator, which is this, let me see. If you input that into the lambda calculator, so what we got was, let me look at what we got and write it down. Okay. So let's impute. Sorry, but before we input, there's something I want to show. There's no need in rushing. Now let's go back to this form. This form, I want to explain this on this particular form. Now let's go back to this form. Let's use this form now. Okay. Now let's look at, so let's look at that form. You have minus x plus 11 times natural log 2 is equal to Lambert W 2 to the power L times natural log 2. Now, we need to kind of express this in form of the lambda W A times e to the power A, which is equal to A. So we have to express this in this form, this particular part. Now, for us to do that, you say W. Now, 2 to the power 11 is the same thing as 2 to the power 3 plus 8 times lambda 2. Now, this will give you W 2 to the power 3 times lambda 2 times 2 to the power 8. Because according to the law of indices, 2 to the power A plus B is equal to 2 to the power A times 2 to the power B. Now, having done this, which is what we now this expression 2 to the power 3 plus 8 is same thing as 2 to the power 3 times 2 to the power 8, which is what we did here. Now, when you look at this you have W into 2 to the power 3 is 8 dot log 2 times 2 to the power 8. Now, you have W equal to 8 times natural log 2. Now, this expression, based on what I've explained so far, we can change it just using, if you know that e to the power natural log a is equal to the power natural log a is equal to a. So now we're going to change these two in that form. So now we will now say these two now we see will be natural e to the power natural log 2 times 2 times 8, sorry, not 8, 2, this 8 times this 8. So I've changed these two to this form, which is this. So now let me erase this. Okay, now let's change this to this. So now we now have 8. Now, having done that, okay, let me this place, this one still remains x plus 11 times natural log 2. So you now have minus x plus 11 times natural log 2 is now equal to W 8 natural log 2 e 8 natural log 2. Here now you now have minus x plus 1 plus 11 times natural log 2 is equal to, so using this Lambert W function where you have Lambert W into a times e to the power a is equal to a. So now using that expression, this is like a, this is like a. So you now have this whole expression equal to 8 times natural log 2. Now, dividing both sides by natural log 2, this will cancel out, this will cancel out. You're now left with minus x plus 11 equal to 8. Now, if you multiply all through by minus 1, you have minus 1 times minus x plus 11 equal to minus 1 times 8. So you now have x minus 11 is equal to minus 8. So x is equal to 11 minus 8. When you move this minus 11 into this side, it becomes positive. So you now have 11 minus 8, which is equal to 3. So this is the final answer. Now, but let's go back to using this expression. So it's the same thing. Let's go back. Let's say x is equal to this. Now, x is equal to 11 minus w into 2 to the power 11 times natural log 2 all divided by natural log 2. So now let's see if this will give us x equal to 3. Now let's go back to this. Now, so what we got was 11 minus natural log, sorry, Lambert W bracket open 2 to the power 11 times natural log 2 bracket close. Now I need to just include a bracket here. Divide by natural log 2. Now just click calculate. Let's look at what we got. So from the whole answer, you see we got 3. So it's the same thing. Just the same thing. Now let's look at whether this this expression, we say that this expression here, let's go back. We say that this expression here, from what we did, this expression here, we say is 8. Here is, we say is 8. Let's check. Is there any need for us to check? Okay, let's check. Now, this expression, we say is 8. Let's see. We got 8. Let's now remove this minus. It will still be the same, to be 8. Now, let's just click. So, we have 8. Correct. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Also put up some comments if there is anything, any improvement you wanted me to do, or if there is any other way you think this can be solved. You can do well to also make your suggestion in the comment section. Please, thank you. Do well to make some comments and all that. If you like it, hit the like buttons. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for also watching my channel, watching my videos, and also subscribing. Appreciate you guys so much.